Okay, picking up where I left off with the manga series GANGSTA. I covered chapters 35 through 38 so far. So if you look on my channel, JJ Wilson, you can check those early reviews out. I'll probably put them in the description box as well later on once I get through with this. So to pick up where I left off with chapter 38. So basically we got Marco Adriano, also known as Spies, who used to be part of the Second Destroyers group. He's about to kill, or he was attempting to kill Stryker from behind, but Stryker already knows he's there because he could hear him coming. And so he dodges his attack, Spies' attack. So they're fighting, they're going at it mano a mano. And I kind of wish there was more to it than just a couple of panels that we saw. And pretty much Stryker is kind of intimidating him as usual, you know, trying to get inside Marco's head about how he changed himself and over the past 15 years from being a destroyer to living as a normal human being, so to speak. And you know, he's about to get serious on Spies because Spies is trying to kill him because of what he did to Connie. And then Stryker, before we head out of that fight, Stryker asked what happened to Galahad. You know, what happened to him? Or did you come across a kid with a mean face, with a mean looking scowl? So we see in that the last part of that fight, or at least in this chapter, we have Sig ordering Colt to tell Emilio, the new members of the Destroyer group, to tell Emilio, which is Alex's brother, Emilio Benedetto. So Sig is telling him to send the gift to Marco, which is the arm and the ripped off, I'm not even sure if it was there or not, the marriage ring, the marriage finger, the proposal, the ring that Connie and Marco share together. But I don't think it's there. It's just the arm. Send the message, the gift, to Marco Adriano over at the Club Bastard. So that was Emilio's little job there. And once Marco sees that, he was going to come out and look to go after the destroyers. So this was all planned out by the third group, to get out, to lure out Marco Adriano so they could kill him or capture him. And so Colt says, understood. So Colt was supposed to get at Marco, but he almost did, but Galahad was there to stop him, as you could see in chapters 37 and 38. So Galahad's fighting Colt. And so Marco was telling Stryker, say, hey, it's the brat that you need to worry about. I ain't worried about my partner Galahad. He'll be just fine. And sure enough, he was correct. Galahad was not one-shotted by Colt. He comes back and he almost pounds Colt, but he misses and he hits the rooftop in which they were fighting above. They're fighting above a building and he hits the roof. Galahad does with his fist. So yeah, they're still going at it, Galahad and Colt. But here's the big part of this chapter for me. We see the change in Worick in this chapter. Worick is very upset about the recent events that took place and what's going on GANGSTA now. And he's really focused in on Daniel Monroe, who he used to look up to as a mentor in a sense. Now things are turned upside down to the point where now Worick, he feels like he has to take matters into his own hands. And so here in these two panels on chapter 39, he's explaining to Miles and Diego about what's going to happen once all the Twilights die. And basically the government's going to have their way at the end, since all they want to do overall is try to diminish the population of the Twilights. And so all the smaller factions within GANGSTA that's kind of supporting the Twilights, they're gonna bail out anyway, because they're not going to have enough power anymore to protect them, protect the Twilights. So I think because Worick senses that now, he's going to try to sell things his own way. So this could mean, before I read the last two chapters, this could mean one or two things. Either he's going to leave the Handyman, either he's going to say, forget this Twilight mess, I'm just going to do my own thing now, or he's probably just going to go out and solely for revenge, solely to make justice and try to kill off Daniel Monroe and perhaps leave GANGSTA. So it's a lot of questions to be answered, and we don't know what's really going on in Worick's head, other than the fact that he's just mad at what's been going on lately. And so we even see Alex trying to tell him to, you know, you shouldn't go outside. Your injuries aren't healed yet. But Worick's not trying to hear that at all, and he doesn't even look at Alex. He doesn't acknowledge it, which is very sudden. You know, so we see this change in behavior in Worick. So now we're starting to see a serious side of him now. We're not seeing this, you know, happy-go-lucky, you know, easy-going side of Worick anymore. Now it's a very, very serious and pissed-off Worick now. So it's getting really, really good here. I'm gonna cut this review short because this chapter was a lot shorter than I anticipated. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a build-up to what's to come in chapter 40 and also chapter 41 by the end of this volume 7. So let me know if you have any more questions about it. I'll be happy to answer those questions for you about the series and all. And if I feel like I got something wrong with this particular review, please feel free to correct me. And I'll catch you all for chapter 40. So take care.